force situations the way that you want to. And I don't know if they can, we'll see that matched with a Ruby on the other side.
Oh, the Ruby, we've seen great Ruby performances against artillery mages this season. Ogwen was one of them. So let's see if El Piso can channel that. Pull yourself together on the Ruby. Usually we see concussive blast on that or a tank emblem, but this time it's a pull yourself together. This is a Ruby that really wants high uptime with the ultimate. At the same time, I think El Piso is banking on the thought that he might be taken down more often than he would like, so that he'd be respawning more frequently.
Not to mention the flicker. He's going to use that flicker very aggressively down bottom. It's a fighting game between Renegade and Renzio. Again, it's clear that the Tyroth has the advantage.
Yeah, and we're going to see that pressure there. So in the top lane, both gold laners should be fine, but you know, you made a good point here too, and also you have to take note as well, both junglers running the jungle emblem here, still going to be very objective based for each other. Now with the two roamers, the way that they play, I mean, we've seen so much of Chaknu. El Piso on the other hand, like you said, matching him with the pull yourself together. Again, Grok is one of those heroes where you can force the situations here, and like you said, El Piso probably knows that his job is literally to get those I'm offended pulls off. He's probably going to go down, then he needs to join the fight after going down.
Yeah, I'm expecting more of Omega to go for the proactive plays and then Nxpe was the counter attack. So that's going to be an interesting approach given that your heroes look more proactive. But I'm expecting it to switch up. Up top, it's a gold lane duo against Kelra. But again, we've seen this time and time again, Season 10. Kelra don't care.
Yeah, Kelra's going to be just comfortably up here. Again, we're just seconds away from the first turn of the game. We see both teams trying to find if they can get a numbers advantage on the bottom or the top side, they're going to look for that. But right now, we're going to see Smart Omega just try to get in position for the first turtle here. And we'll see if Nxpe can actually contest because they've got all the tools to respond to this one.
Yeah, positioning is key. Look at that.
No! Renegade walks away with about 5 HP and a huge sigh of relief as he survives, but it's not going to be the same for Yelly Hayes unless he claps back. First blood drawn by Renzio, dances along, and the shield's provided by the real manipulation. Now it's Kaizen running back. Oh no! He sent the Valhalla by the Bowland. Ryzen going ahead, taking his purple away. El Piso, what's he gonna do? Renegade back in the action, can only stare.
And as Ryzen sends next play was to Valhalla, Chaknu standing in the back line of Nxpe. Holla, holla, holla. Yelly Hayes good in position.
They're still going. El Piso, just at the peak of his performance because Yelly Hayes was about ready to clap back as well. Kaizen says, nah, let's not do it. We need the purple. But all this time, Ryzen was taking that turtle and as well a gold buff. Renegade's getting overloaded. He's not ready to fight 2v1s.
Yeah, and again, positioning it's so key. Chaknu was first to the back line of Nxpe. He knew that at that situation, there's not a lot of damage. There would be a massive threat to the Grok at this point. So he stood there and waited and forced Yelly Hayes into that scenario of using the real-world manipulation right away. But it wasn't the best time. Omega with Itomax knowing that also El Piso positioned closer to him. Itomax just said, all right, but look at your backline. Who's peeling for your Eve? Got nobody. Itomax just flew and was able to drop down some great damage.
Not only that, but big damn, right? And the thing is, too, like I was mentioning, when you have this Grok and you're fighting in those little areas, those spaces.
Those back alleys.
Those back alleys into the jungle, you know, you don't... The wall, the Guardian's Barrier is going to be just cutting you off, and then you're at a huge disadvantage in those kind of small positions. So that's why this Grok is so effective here, especially early on. But already 4 minutes of the game, Omega has a 1K gold lead. Let's take a look at the items.
Looks like El Piso might be on the way to... I was thinking about building an Oracle, but there's a lot of routes that he can go for there. Only full build item I'm seeing right now, Clock of Destiny. You also have the Corrosion Scythe on Kelra and the Wind Talker on the hands of Donut.
And the Tiger-mounted crossbow-wielding Donut actually is ahead by about 200. Oh, we just caught that. Ryzen, heavy spin, the wall equals death.
Yeah, and there's a clap back by Nxpe. Finding himself. Chaknu gets him.
They're still going. Donut Oh, survives. There's a Guardian's Barrier. Keeps him out, but gets away anyways. Now, Renzio in trouble. May have crossed the threshold a little too deep. And another fight up top. El Piso catches a crossbow of Tang. He goes down. Kelra gonna push this lane alongside Etomax and Chaknu.
A lot of trades across the map here, and you got to feel bad a little bit for Chaknu there because they couldn't quite get the kill on Donut. Didn't have the backup that he needed, so Turret's going to be traded as well across map. Next turtle of the game is up, and we see both teams making their way here because that's the next big focus, but already Smart Omega in a good position for this one.
Despite Nxpe was going in first. Gonna go ahead, pop the RWM. Chaknu does not engage quite yet. Guardian's Barrier set up.
Wow.
El Piso
Whoa.
secures it. Interesting turn of events here, but again, Nxpe was happy to take that major objective 1-1.
Yeah, you saw Ryzen couldn't even get close. Kaizen with a perfect heavy spin to keep the Ballman away from just being able to do anything. Great zone out there. Yeah, Kaizen got the... Well, wasn't able to secure the turtle, but at this point, that's fine. At least your team got that turtle.
Yeah, again, you know, good position usually when there's a Ballman on your side because you have the combination of the ultimate plus the retribution, but you just answer it with a heavy spin. You push them out, you let the team handle the turtle, and that's what they did. So now it's evened. I mean, across the board, Nxpe has evened that early lead that Smart Omega had, but now the focus on the bottom side.
Could be a kill squad, but Chaknu pops the wild charge to get out of dodge. Kaizen had very, very evil plans. He wants to go ahead and sandwich somebody. Oh, there it is, the headbutt into the flicker. Etomax gets out of trouble, and it's Kaizen using his ult to do the same.
Man, okay, what Etomax did there was nearly close to incredible. Okay, no, that was incredible. He just found a small gap, a tiny window of opportunity to be able to flicker behind Kaizen safely so that he wouldn't get pushed away. That was such a very small to thread the needle through, but Etomax found it.
Yeah, and you know, again, they got to play around those heavy spins here because what we're seeing is just Kaizen wants to find moments where he can get that numbers advantage because this is the same situation from game one where a lot of the times it's going to come down to the objective fights. I mean, we're seeing kind of these low kill games, game number 2, game number 1, but those objectives, both teams have pretty much an even, I would say an even chance at winning those fights, but still, it's coming down to these two roamers. Meanwhile, both gold laners, once again, just having a good time farming up, and we'll see how that scales in.
Oh, El Piso catches quite a bit. It's Kelra who puts the nail in the coffin. That's going to be a duo kill between Etomax and Kelra. Now transitioning into the turtle. Chaknu making sure nobody comes in with no funny business. This is Ryzen taking the turtle. That's 2-1 so far. Omega keeping it up. I'm wondering if they're looking for a power spike because the conversion isn't through the roof quite yet.
Not just yet. It's still close enough that Nxpe Evos might be able to punish a call by Omega, but look at Etomax.
Oh, he does the same thing again, but this time they're gonna clap back. There's a feathered airstrike. Ryzen spinning around. Can they get enough damage in? Lethal counter answered by the RWM, but they are going in. A controlled approach. Renzio drawing a line between Omega and their opponents. 4v5 here. Nxpe Evos does not want to engage.
Kaizen was able to find it, but Omega found the way to turn it around. So now it's still Omega slightly in the lead again. Omega just needs to play sharp at this point, be able to answer the right moments, what Nxpe Evos throw at them. Hunter Strike Dominant Size is the build for the D-Roth. It was a Athena Shield as the first build item by El Piso to reduce the damage of that Farsa. You see a Demon Hunter Sword on the hands of Kelra. Meanwhile, the Irithel already up to a Berserker's Fury.
Yeah, I think, you know, I got to give it up to Donut. Despite him not having anything in kills or assists, he's doing a great job farming, keeping up with Kelra, who has 2 kills and an assist. So, I mean, gold is pretty even across there because he's going to be crucial as the game progresses. And right now, we see them just trying to hold on to turrets because Nxpe is the only one with a turret down on the bottom side. Omega looking to make some plays.
Oh, Chaknu checking if he can find and engage. Etomax makes the call. all in hopes for Kelra to take that tier 1 down bottom.
Yeah, great zone out and call there by Omega. Let's see if Renegade will be able to clap back up top to
There's a
get
duel
the top
down
eight.
bottom, off cam. It's just marksman and marksman violence up top. Let's switch it over. Nxpe laners dueling this time around. Renegade goes back.
I think no one expected that to happen.
I was watching the minimap, man.
Yeah, Donut and Keller just said, all right, you want to fight? You want to fight? Let's go, bro. They
It's
both
time to
went,
fight.
and they both went.
It's a good impression.
Yeah, I wonder if that's how they sound.
Spoke for both of them.
Yo, let's go, bro.
They were saying the same thing.
Yeah. Same thing, same art, same storyboard. And now, I mean, again, with the here we go. Lord is up, first one of the game. In terms of objectives, it's pretty even across the board, despite Smart Omega having a very minor lead here in the gold. Either way, again, it's going to come down to who grabs that setup that they're looking for, whether that's Alpizo, whether that's the Mamba Chaknu here. But we're going to see them still kind of focus around both lanes. Even the mid lanes are still up with their tier 1 turrets, so the space here is kind of limited for both teams. But here we go.
They can force this. Renegade's not here. He's way too far. The Dairoth Lord currently at 3/4 of its health. This huge bush here, the eastern side of the river bush, taken control of by Omega. But here comes the Hitman making his way towards the fight. Chaknu puts up the Guardian's barrier, might call for a reset on the Lord. You see that? The Lord teleported right underneath the Guardian's barriers there. Interesting interaction. What happened?
He doesn't mind the wall.
That was freaky. I will be honest.
Oh, wait! There's the wild charge forcing Alpizo to get out of there alongside the feathered airstrike. So that's 2 key ults from Omega spent. I wonder if Nxpe Evils can capitalize.
Once again, you at home are watching now one of the national dances of the Philippines, the MLBB Lord Dance, courtesy of the Filipino players and teams. And we're just seeing some great footwork, a little bit of shuffling.
Shuffle.
What do you call that? A kickball step. I don't know how dance terminology is, but they're dancing right now around this Lord and around the river and the map.
They're shaking their bacon around the Lord pit. That's what they're doing. But they're just going to go ahead and reset it, actually. Lord's dancing, too.
Yeah,
Lord's
it's
turn.
the Lord. A little bit of a cha-cha coming out from the Lord.
So first he just teleports, and then next time he gets confused and inside his own lair.
Yeah, next thing you know, we see that mostly made out of water Lord just start twerking.
Oh.
Hidden animations.
Yeah.
Interesting placement here of Omega players. And
Alpizo?
there's the pull by Alpizo. Only Chaknu inside the RWM. The answer back. Donut's in trouble. Chaknu looking very low. They popped the heavy crossbow.
Oh, they got it back.
And now they're looking for a clap back. Ryzen still has no ult. It's on cooldown. K's in heavy spin on out of here.
That's a
A
green
false
light.
engage from both of them. But look,
Yeah.
Ryzen's going.
Yeah, that's a Lord for Omega. Costly there by Nxpe. Crossbow stack available for Keller. Will he pop it?
Oh, very savage. He takes to the skies.
Go, Yelly
He
Hayes.
gets one. Can he get another? Yelly Hayes survives. And all this time, Ryzen never let go.
See, that's the dangerous thing going against Kelra, is even when you think, okay, he's not gonna do this. He does.
He'll do it.
And again, that's why he is called the Filipino Savage. I mean, just the way that he plays here. So now they're going to be marching down the mid side. They did secure the Lord. And this is where Smart Omega wants to punch in some turrets and get into the base of Nxpe, but they do have great clear potential. Nxpe should be fine with this. Actually, it is a little bit of a beefed up Lord here. 13 minutes in the Luminous.
Whoa there.
Still confused
Whoa there.
though. All part of the plan.
Yeah. So we saw a Walk the Lord back in MPL Philippines Season 8. That's a Twerk the Lord.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Smart Omega.
Still going.
Oh, wow. Look at this. They're taking advantage of the delayed Lord by making sure that the enhanced
Smart.
minion waves
Yes.
get pushed in. Yes,
That is
Smart Omega.
That is 200 IQ.
Such a Smart Omega play. 3 Guardians barriers by Chaknu used to delay minion waves and leverage the minion waves better in favor towards them. That is a Chak Mamba highlight. It's not the usual setup, but that's a highlight for the Mamba.
There's a pull-in. LP's offended. Omega's Antomas catching quite a bit. And Kelra takes to the skies. Down goes Alpizo. He's not done. Ranzio jumping in, helping confirm another kill. Down goes Yelly Hayes. And now the turret's going to follow. That's an inhibitor down bottom. Take it down mid as well. Up top's going to be next. Oh, they're just waiting for another wave.
Man, again, so they're going to are they going to lose this turret as well? They're still going in.
All right, Joe.
Conceal play, and Kazin comes in. That's the power of nature. Anthem off with another Feather Air Strike. Renegade gets taken down. Kazin's going to be up next. Can Kelra fly? Doesn't have to. LPs are here, struggling to defend. Down goes one more. They're waiting. Chaplin survives.
Minion waves.
Oh, Lordy Lou. This is going to be trouble. Down goes LPs as well. They're holding on. They're still alive.
Donut's still doing it.
Donut.
Dodges the Feathered Air Strike barrage.
Minion
And
wave again.
there's still some hope here. A lot of damage coming in from Nxpe Evos. That base is still standing. Renzio still alive. And we have to reset. What a defense by Nxpe Evos.
They hold on. Donut finding the hole in the attempt of Omega's offensive, holding on as long as they could. Minions only was the call, and defend is what they got. Nxpe Evos are still in this. The dream of a sweep still alive, but it is a huge mountain to climb as Omega have closed, or they're getting there, an 8,000 gold lead over Nxpe Evos.
Yeah. The turntables here, right? I mean, this is an 8K gold lead for Smart Omega. The next Lord is going to be up here. The question is NXPE in a good form to actually contest this? They're going to have to work closely with it and make their decisions down to the T, because also Renegade's still going to be in the bottom. He might join for this fight while they let Smart Omega go ahead and push and pull and dance, start this Lord dance here that we're used to seeing as everybody gets in position here for the next Lord.
As amazing as that defense was, it took quite the toll on Nxpe Evos. Nothing comes for free. At the end of the day, it's still Omega way ahead, about almost 8,000 gold, and all the inhibitors down for Nxpe Evos. So there's a lot that they have to do. They have to manage the waves. And wild charge, knock it up, Donut. They flatlined that young man. That Aerodel is down. Yelly Hayes gonna be up next. The RWM shield not gonna be enough. That's 3 defenders left for Nxpe Evos. And now Kazin heavy spinning on out of there. Kelra hitting him, and this might be it. He takes to the air. The Panther retreats into his base, and now it's just 3 of them left with some minion waves crashing in. Can they do it one more time? Another miracle defense. Is it in the stars for Nxpe Evos? The answer is no. Omega evens the odds. We're going to game 3.
The Omega boys